Thank you all for being here.
It's my party and I'll cry if I want to, cry if I want to, cry if I want to. You would cry too if it happened to you.
I can handle the pressure.
You would cry too if it happened to you.
A file containing personal emails between myself and others concerned about House Bill 1804 has mysteriously disappeared from my office, and the contents are being leaked online a few pages at a time.
It's my party and I'll cry if I want to, cry if I want to, cry if I want to. You would cry too if it happened to you.
My concern is that this is the first swipe at punishing those in business and at the Capitol who also question whether House Bill 1804 is going to cause more harm than good.
You would cry too if it happened to you.
The last time I remember seeing the files, what we're dealing with here today is a breach of the offices here at the Capitol, and the idea that what we have in our office, private emails, private discussions with others, are something that should stay within our offices, and should put everyone on alert up here that there's certain activities that go on, and that your emails and your offices are not safe.
It's my party and I'll cry if I want to, cry if I want to, cry if I want to. You would cry too if it happened to you.
Were these printed documents or did someone hack into email?
At first we thought they'd hacked into the email, but it's becoming obvious now that they were printed documents that are now being published online.
Senator, should any news outlet or anyone who received these emails, should they publish them as they see fit?
Well, I think it's irresponsible if they do, because this is private information. This isn't something that was sent out to be public knowledge. And there's nothing in there, I might add, that is sinister at all. But when you make comments to others and you have an email conversation back and forth with those who support your cause, you expect a certain amount of privacy there. And these are stolen documents, long and short of it. Regardless of how they got in the hands of others, people that have them know they're stolen, should not have published them, and should return them.
It's my party and I'll cry if I want to, cry if I want to, cry if I want to. You would cry too if it happened to you.
What did you mean by other threats? Other threats, the nature of these threats?
Political threats, mostly. Political in nature, accusing me of hiring illegal aliens and threatening to turn me into the authorities as a result of it.
It's my party and I'll cry if I want to, cry if I want to, cry if I want to. You would cry too if it happened to you.
Well, what my concern is that it will stifle debate on issues, and it will keep others from participating in fighting against a piece of legislation that they feel is wrong. That's the real fear to me, is that others won't feel comfortable having a conversation or having an email conversation with someone up here in this building if they feel that if they print that off or feel someone could hack into their files, it's just going to encourage others to say, look, that place is maybe somewhat corrupt, and it does not reflect well on the legislature. I'll put it that way.
It's my party and I'll cry if I want to, cry if I want to, cry if I want to. You would cry too if it happened to you.
The discussion with in those emails between, is it Ms. Freed, F-R-I-E-D, some consulting firm, and it appears between either your office or maybe it's Turpin's wife or something. There's a discussion about Tom Price, and there's an accusation that the whole thing was a setup on Flashpoint that Sunday, and that Tom Price's connection with Chesapeake was never mentioned. So I assume that this Better Way Oklahoma is connected in some way with your, or supporting you in some way.
It's my party and I'll cry if I want to, cry if I want to, cry if I want to. You would cry too if it happened to you.
Well, I just think it tells us that we cannot know that our conversations and all being held private, and that they're eventually going to be able to get out there in public. So I think we all have to be more cautious, and may not. The sadness about it, we may say, look, we're not going to engage in conversation with you through emails or any other way if we feel that this is going to be put out there for everyone to see and to work against you on a certain issue. So I think it's a chilling effect, I believe, on the legislature, in that it may cause certain members to give a little bit of pause at, well, maybe I don't want to really take a stand up here. I mean, we're up here to move our state forward and to bring about good public policy. And if you're going to be, I suppose, have all of your stuff put in an area where you wouldn't want it seen or wouldn't want it viewed, or your candid comments about a public official might be posted online, you're probably just not going to engage in that conversation with anybody.
It's my party and I'll cry if I want to, cry if I want to, cry if I want to. You would cry too if it happened to you.
Well, I tell you what I care about. I care about the people that I've had conversations with back and forth, and their names are on the email, that they are the subject of discussion and maybe been put in a bad light by it. That's the people I care about. I mean, when you run for political office, what's that saying? If you can't stand the sight of your own blood, you need not participate as a legislator. But when others that attempt to help you do something, when they're put at risk and their reputations are put at risk, that's it's really not right.